Hello and welcome to the next episode of Advanced Blueprint Tutorials with HR Pro. And this time I have something really special. Like I said, I'm going to do a survival game series. So this is exactly what we're doing today. So we need to do some foundation work first that I'm going to copy from the previous examples just to save some time, and I don't really see a point of not doing it that way. So I made this new folder. I just made maps in it, and I copied the map that is an example demonstration map of one of the Cinti Studio, one of the ones they bought, which is called Polygon Nature Pack, and I absolutely love this one. It's a beautiful small example map. This will be a wonderful environment to test our gameplay features. So we got a starting location, I guess, here. So if we start here, we'll just spawn in the world, but we don't have any pawn right now. So let's start with doing that. So first of all, let's do gameplay. And let's set the color to blue, and let's add a blueprint class which is base game mode called BP survival game mode. Okay, just open that one up, and we definitely need we want to work with inventory, so we need a blueprint based player state. So let's do player state. We already got a BP player state test, so let's call it BP survival player underscore player state. Okay, and we go back to our game mode and we set it as default player state, and we need a character. So let's make a blueprint. Let's make a character and call it BP survival character. And let's also make it a default character. Default pound, here it is. So now we got BP survival game mode that we're going to set as default for this world, and just save everything, and we can start working on our character. So we're going to copy a lot of stuff from already working FPS inventory character. So I want this to be first person, so I will copy inputs and just go here, make new graph, inputs, paste it. It's the same input method, so it will work just out of the box. I obviously want to check some settings here. Let's say 1024, half height, this is fine, walking, yes. Braking deceleration, 1560. Max walk speed 370. Max crouch will be 190. Rotation speed, it can be 360. It's fine. Allow physics rotation during root motion, yes, and go to the basic character settings. Let's not use control rotation yaw. Let's go into mesh, and for multiplayer here, go down under where is it? Skeletal mesh. We saying, well, it's here. No, it's optimization. Say always tick pose and refresh bones, because we want our bone position to be relevant for multiplayer with melee hits. So we got everything sorted. We got this character that is just nothing at this point. Let's maybe add some components, AGR, and let's start with animation master. No debug, trace channel would be visibility, but we're not doing that. Base will be locomotion pro, overlay is none, modification tags is none, and our rotation method is set rotation at angle, rotation speed stays the same, standard will be look, nearest, and 90 clamp, IK handgun and head for look at socket name. Okay, that's everything for this component. What we want to do is make a custom event. Um, owner init, and this will be a running on owner client reliable thingy. And what we want to do is set use control, or you know what, no, we'll do something different. We're going to say first person, and we're going to say yes, but this is not replicated, so you know what, we want to do it like this after all. Custom event, say owner init, and this is on owner reliable, and not on begin play, not on any of those. We want to do even possessed, so this is being called only on the server, and when we get possessed we want to say owner init, and this is being called from the server to the client, so this is server client begin. Okay. Okay, we got this. We now need camera. We can just copy this camera and paste it here and attach it to the mesh and attach it to the, come on, what? Oh, we need to probably compile. No, still no. Okay, interesting. I can just add a new one. Oh, okay, because we don't have a mesh specified. Let's make it mannequin, and it must be this mannequin, right? It's the same one. It's rifle 01 character mannequin. Yes, it's the one we are using here. And now we can attach to head. So you know what? I'm going to paste the camera again because it got some basic settings already done, and just attach it to head. And this camera uses pound control rotation, and this guy need to go -88 because this is the capsule half height, and -90 because that's the rotation for the character. Okay, and if we hit one player standalone selected viewport, we have the character, but he's not running any animation. Oh, of course he's not, because we haven't specified animation graph, which is the same as here, BP mocap core animation blueprint, and we might do a copy of it and modify it a bit. So now I have animations running. So this works okay. And in first person, when we are in first person, we want to have different aim offset. So we're going to go here into event graph and say this on owning client only. We want to go back and say use control yo. Yeah. Set use control rotation yo. And we're going to say yes, but only for the owner. So everyone else will see this aim offset while we see something different. We should be, wait, why didn't call? Okay, we don't need this anymore. Here, so event possessed owning init. Okay, let's do a print string. Hello, it did call, but it got ignored. I wonder why. If I test it on multiplayer. Oh, it still got ignored. Interesting. Oh, it probably got overwritten by the settings here. Let's see if this happens. Add on first person. Okay, let's do it like this. So on first person do this and print string. Hello. And he said client twice and server once. Uh, I think I made a failsafe here. And rotation method is being called as rep notify. That would override this. I probably, like, if I make a delay here or something, maybe this will help. Yeah, because it got overwritten. And we don't have even dispatcher for change of rotation method. So yeah, this will stand for now. I could make it better later. Anyway, I have a character. He goes into first person. He got this instant first person targeting methodology. He turns in place, walks, have stop animation. In general, works pretty well. It doesn't look too ridiculous. Like if you go into third person and look at him, I mean, even if I look completely down, my hands are a bit off, but I don't look that stupid as I possibly could. So that's fine. So we got solid locomotion, right? We are moving, we can experience this world, but we cannot interact with anything here whatsoever, and we would really wish to. So what we need right now is inventory space. So let's go back here and let's add a component. But you know what? We're going to extend our inventory. So we actually need to go back here and go into our gameplay actually. Make a blueprint class. And the class of this blueprint is HR inventory. Manager. Select and say BP survival inventory. Okay, and now I can add BP survival inventory, which is inventory. So it has all the presets that you would normally expect from the inventory, and let's enable debug for now. But we can extend any function, do anything here without any issues. So for example, like we got a lot on item updated, on item. Okay, we're going to extend it in a second, but for now we can just use the default things. We don't really need anything else. We might maybe leave this on and do a super. So call parent, and same goes for tick. And we should also call parent, but I don't think that this component actually does anything on tick. I think it doesn't even require tick. Yeah, it doesn't even require tick, so it's irrelevant. Okay, but this we should do, and just leave it at that. Let's go back here. So we got this inventory, and we can start adding items to our inventory, right? But we want to, for example, have a maximum capacity of this inventory. So let's add a variable and say max weight, and let's make it a float. And let's say, just for, you know, I live in Europe, so let's make it kilograms. Um, mm, Weight max capacity in kilograms. And let's say that maximum you can carry is 100 because, I don't know, you're really strong. Um, so now whenever you pick up an item, you want to see if you can actually pick it up and how much weight you have currently. Current weight. And current weight is 0, right? So we can, for example, call um, um, we could, but no, not like this. So this is binding event on item update for self. Okay, so we can bind an event, and when item updates, we might, for example, call a function recalculate weight. Okay, so what we want to do is say all items, get all items. This is an internal function, and we want to, for each loop, we want to get item component. This is still C++ classes, and we want to get weight and get stack, and we want current stack, and we want to just multiply this by this and do a local variable called weight, and just get weight and add to it and set weight. Okay, so for each item we're just saying how much do we have it, how much does a single one weigh, and we just add it. And on return we don't really have to do anything because we just want to set current weight to this calculated weight. And we can return it, but it doesn't really weight total, whatever. We can just do it like this. Okay, so now when we update item, we do bind event. Can we change it to be a function? No, bind event. Bind, no, it must be event. Bind event on item update. Okay. Custom event. Let's say update weight. So each time we update an item, we want to recalculate the weight. And okay. And we're going to access those values through an interface that we're going to create now, and we can make actually blueprints folder because, and we're going to move this to blueprints because it's not gameplay related really. And here we're going to go into blueprints and we're going to do our blueprint interface and say bpi underscore inventory underscore interface. And BPI and BP survival inventory, it uses this interface. Okay. Okay, so now we can add a function to it, and we're going to say get weight, and it's going to output 3 values. Weight, which is a float, it's going to add max weight and free space. So those three values, and then we go here and just call this, and we're saying max weight is max, current weight is weight, and max minus current is the free space. I think that's enough. So we just extended our inventory interface, so now we can start picking up items.